ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਫਰੀਦਾ ਕਾਲੇ ਮਹਿੰਦੇ ਕੱਪੜੇ, ਕਾਲਾ ਮਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੇਸ, ਗੁਨਹੀ ਭਰਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰਾਂ, ਲੋਕ ਕਹੈਂ ਦਰਵੇਸ। ਤੂੰ ਦਰਿਆਓ ਦਾਨਾ ਬੀਨਾ, मैं मछली कैसे अंत लहाँ। जह जह देखा तह तह तू है, तुझ ते निकसी फूट मरा। हम अवगुण परे एक गुण नाही, अमृत छाड़ बिखै बिख खाई। माया मोह परम पै पूले, सुत दारा स्यों प्रीत लगाई। एक उत्तम पंथ सुनियो गुर संगत, तह मिलंत जम त्रास मिटाई। एक अरदास पाठ की रत की, गुर रामदास राखो शरणाई। दंडौत बंधन अनक बार, सर्ब कला समरथ। डोलन तेरा खो प्रभु, नानक दे कर हथ। डोलन तेरा खो प्रभु, नानक दे कर हथ। राजान राज पानान पान, देवान देव उपमा महान। अकाल पुरख दे सरगन स्वरूप, चवर छतर तख्तां दे मालक, धन 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 श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब महाराज जी की हजूरी में जुड़ बैठी गुरु रूप गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी। आप जी वडभागे हो जो ज्ञानी जी पासों आप जी कथा गुरमत विचारां आप जी सरवण कर रहे सन। कुछ विचारां आपां अंग्रेजी अते पंजाबी दे विच सांझ करन दी कोशिश करांगे। We'll be doing some sanj, we'll be sharing some vicharan today in English and in Punjabi. And the topic today, talking about what happened in 1986, about how the Khalsa Panth got together and why are we divided even today? Why have we been divided since the time of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj? And what kind of bhavna do we need inside of our hearts? अपने हिरदे दे विच किहो जी भावना चाहिदी है कि आपां सारा पंथ इकट्ठा हो सकीए? What is that thing that we need inside of our hearts so we can all look at each other as brothers and sisters and actually stand and actually fight for each other from the bottom of our hearts? इस संबंध विच कुछ विचारां आपां करांगे। विचारां आरंभ कर तो पहला सारी संगत कलगीधर पातशाह जी की बख्शी हुए फतेह बुलाओ जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। आए मिल गुरसिख आए मिल, तू मेरे गुरु के प्यारे। Gurbani Maharaj is saying that, oh beloved Gursikh. If we were to literally translate this in English, it would basically just mean that, oh beloved Gursikh, come and meet me. They say it twice, come and meet me, oh my beloved Gursikh. Why? Because you are a beloved of my Guru. And this is one of the pavna, this is the thing that we need. So if we look at the time of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and if we look at the time of 1986, and then we look at today's day, the reality, what has happened today, is because we don't say that, oh beloved Gursikh, meet me. If let's share a small little story of Bhai Sahib Bhai Randir Singh. When they would have their yearly samagams, or after 6 months they would have their samagams, it wasn't like today where we can get together every week. It wasn't like today where we can get together every day almost, and we can just do kirtan, or we can do discussions, or we can do vicharan like that. It wasn't like that. They would travel from far away and they would get together at this smagam every 6 months, And then when the samagam is happening, the Gursikhs are sitting together. And when the Gursikhs are leaving after the samagam, Bhai Sahib, Bhai Randir Singh, they're standing at the door. Some people might call this, today, if we look at it today, some people say that they're just doing pakhand, or some people, they say they're just doing chaplusi, that they're just overly showing, they're overacting. But if you look at what the true bhavna was, Bhai Sahib, Bhai Randir Singh was standing at the door on the ground. He has his hajuriya open and he's cleaning the shoes and he's begging them not to go, with tears flowing from their eyes. This is the reality. This is what Bhai Sahib, Bhai Randir Singh, all the Gursikhs, they're hugging each other and they're crying with such pain that they're not going to be able to meet a Gursikh. And also if we look at Sant Singh Ji Maskeen, they say this, oh vi apne katha de vich eh gal da zikr karde ne, that when one day they were randomly traveling and they were on the train. And on the train station in India, the train stops from city to city to city. And when they were at one city, they got out of the train just to take a 5-minute break. And when they got out of that 5-minute break, they saw this one person with a dastar. He was running as fast as he could. When he was running and running, he fell, and he just fell at the feet of Sant Singh Ji Maskeen. He fell at their feet and he started crying. And Sant Singh Ji, they get up. They say, why are you crying? Why are you at the feet? And that Gursikh says, because it's been so long in the city, I've never even been able to see, I've never even had the darshan of a Gursikh in such a long time. This is, Aaye mil Gursikh aaye mil, tu mere Guru ke pyare. Yes, this is a bit off topic, but this is going to come back onto that topic of what it means, what bhavna we should have, what it means and how we can get together as a panth together. We call ourselves believing in the Guru Khalsa Panth. We say that we want to follow the Guru Khalsa Panth, but we split ourselves, and sometimes we don't say we want to follow the Guru Khalsa Panth. We only say that I am the people of my Jathebandi, the people of my Vichartara, the people that have the same philosophy as me, the people that I like. We don't say I am Gursikh I am. We don't say what those actual Gurmukh Pyare are. We don't say every time we meet a Gurmukh Pyara, we don't want to fall at their feet. We don't treat them like the Guru Khalsa Panth. If we don't treat them like the Guru, then how do we expect to find the Guru inside of that person? If we look at Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, when they were saying Gure dikhayo lohina, itte utte kat 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 kat, tu hi mohina, that wherever I look, Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, they're feeding water. Maharaj, in this dushman, in this enemy is you, and even in this Gursikh is you, because I don't see anything but what is it today? We see it based on Jathebandi, because of Tada, because of this. And I know this is a little bit of a political aspect or political angle, but you have to understand this, because in today, if we want to get that through that bhavna, and because today I shared something of Bhai Randir Singh, there might be some people sitting here, some people that hear this, they might say that he's Pakka Akhand Kirtani Jatha, because he shared something like that. This is how we think. We always take the negative out of something because we never take the positive. But let's take the opposite angle. If we look at Sant Gyani Gurbachan Singh Ji Pindran Taksal Wale, if we look at that angle, one time they're walking on the man de vich tang si that they want to go and meet Nahang Singhs. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਨਿਹੰਗ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰੀਏ. When they were going, and ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੀਗੇ, one of the Gursikhs, they said that, oh Yanni ji, Sant ji, why do you want to meet the Nahangs? ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਗੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਸੁਚਮਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ. They don't keep this. Why do you want to go meet them? Oh, they're dirty. They don't have any suchamta, they don't have any rehat, they don't follow us properly. And then Sant Yani Gurbachan Singh Ji Khalsa, whilst they're traveling, they say, first tell me what the definition of a Nahang is. Tu Nahang da arth karke das pehla. The Gursikh kehda, Gyani ji mainu nahi pata, tusi aap hi das do. He says, Nehang, jo insan, jo Gursikh hangta to rehat hove. Hangta meaning ahankar. That person that has no hankar is a Nehang. And Sant Ji says that ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਨਹੰਗ ਬਣਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ. Because if you have, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਧੜਾ, then my group, my philosophy, then ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ, then you're not nahang. Then there's no way that you can become that person that's beyond hankar, that's without hankar. And what does Sant Ji say at that time? They say, who was our first Jathedar? Baba Deep Singh. Baba Deep Singh kaun se? He was the Jathedar of Mashidan Misal. He was the jathedar of that. He was an ahang and he was also our jathedar. If you look at this, even if you look at Bhai Mani Singh Saksal, if you look at Baba Deep Singh, you look at anything coming out of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they all come back to that same thing, that same person, that same Pita, Kalgitar Pita, who gave that same Amrit. Even if you look at the past, if there was Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji Pindranwale, they were doing Amrit Sanchar with Sant Baba Harnam Singh Rampur Khedawale with no difference. There was absolutely no difference, because we look upon them, those people of the past, we say, because of this Mahapurkh's philosophy, we're following this. Because of this Mahapurkh said this, we're going to follow them. But if you ask the Mahapurkhs, they never had any difference between them. But those, if we were about to say this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, then we could say char ke jathebandiyan sigiyan. But today, there's hundreds and hundreds that we can't even count. Because of this, when we come into the Gurdwara, or we've even named Gurdwara based on Jathebandiyan today, based on how we apply ourselves. But what does Maharaj say? They say, I mil Gursikh, I mil tu mere Guru ke pyare. That you're my beloved Guru, you're my beloved Guru's Sikh, and therefore you're my beloved as well. Je tu mere Guru nu pyara lagda, then tu mere hirde nu pa gaya. This is why you are my pai. Apa keh dene, tu mera pai. Tu mere Guru nu pa gaya, tu mere hirde nu bhi pa gaya. Tu mera pai. Who was the very first person jo Guru Nanak Dev Ji nu pa gaya si? Pai Mardana Ji. If you look at Pai Mardana Ji, the love that they had for Guru Sahib, when it came time, when they knew there was old age, they were at Brahm Gyan as well. If we look at, this is the reality, because if we want ekta within our panth, we don't see that Guru residing with each and everybody. Ekta ta ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੰਥ ਤੋਂ ਵਿਛੜੇ ਨੇ. Ekta ta ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਹੋਰ ਧਰਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਨੇ. With ekta, not converting ekta, unity. We want unity with the Islam faith. We want unity with the Buddhist faith. We want unity with them. But we can't even unify with the people, with our own brothers. Even in one household, there's two brothers. They fight, two brothers, they joke over something. They say, "Nahi main is kursi te behna." They say, "No, tu dusre table te jaake langar sakla." Ghar de vich hunde ya, "Nahi main is sofa te beh ke main TV dekhna, nahi meri wari hai." Jhagde hunde hi hai, bhra do. They always fight, but it doesn't happen where they split the house, where they fight. And if they do, sometimes even if you look culturally today, they say that person, "Oh, mere vaste mar gaya, main ode vaste mar gaya." Because they're not brothers anymore. But what is in the Guru's house? Even if you are not blood related, you have never seen anybody before, but you know that they're your brother. You know that if that person is belonging to this Guru of ours, that person will be there to give their life for you. I mil Gursikh, I mil tu mere Guru ke pyare. This is what it means. When we meet the Gursikhs, we should be falling at the feet, crying. Maharaj even says, but sometimes we don't even acknowledge the person. Maharaj says, Aage avat singh jo paave, Vaheguru ji ki fateh bulave. When we meet a Gursikh, when a Gursikh comes in front of us, we see the Guru inside of them. And if we were to acknowledge the Guru, when we walk into this darbar, we acknowledge the Guru by bowing down, by matha taking to Guru Maharaj. We acknowledge that. But when we meet a Gursikh, sometimes we don't even acknowledge them. Why? Because we only say Fateh to the people that are our friends, or the people that are based on our philosophy. But if you look at Guru Maharaj, what they're saying, sometimes we've taken the arth, we've taken the meanings of differently. This might sound a little bit funny, but Apa Aam Karke Maharaj says, Aage aavad singh jo paave, Vaheguru ji ki fateh bulave. But what we say sometimes, Sat Sri Akal, it means that primal truth which is higher than everything. Sri Akal, which is beyond time. You're beyond time, I'm beyond time. That God resides within you, and that God resides within me. And let's not differentiate between us. And let's take this and let's carry out a conversation based on this. But what do we see sometimes? Sometimes we don't even know what things mean. Papa aam karke ek dusre nu galan kadde rehne ha. This is what it is. What does sas mean? Sas means your mother-in-law. What does Kal mean? Kal means death. So every time you say sas Kal and you're not thinking ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿਣ ਕੀ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੱਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਪੈ ਜਾਵੇ. This is what you're actually saying. Khema karna. Forgive me for saying this. But you're actually saying, may your mother-in-law die. Every time you say this, before you meet somebody, you say, I hate you so much that I want your mother-in-law to die. You're not actually saying, I am il Gursikh, I am il tu mere guru ke pyare. That's not what you're saying at all. Because we've forgotten what Gurbani is. We've forgotten actually what we're saying. This is what it is. Because we don't have that masti within ourselves. We don't have that anand within ourselves. You look at somebody so stuck in Maryada. You look at somebody so stuck within themselves that they can read 4 hours of Gurbani. 4 ਘੰਟੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਨੀ, ਪਰ ਮੱਥੇ ਤੋਂ ਤੇੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਦੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ 4 ਘੰਟੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੱਜ ਕੇ ਗਾਲਾਂ ਕੱਢਣੀਆਂ. So what was the difference? For 4 hours in the morning they read Bani, then 4 hours after they would do gala. In the Gurdwara you are here to come to I am il Gursikh, I am il tu mere guru ke pyare. ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਏਕਤਾ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਲੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੇ. So if you want to bring in those people, you want to inspire those people who aren't inspired by the Guru yet, they're going to be inspired through the Guru Khalsa Panth, through the Guru Sangat, which Sangat Har Prabh Vasai Jiyo. You're going to see that. So in 1986, when the Sarbat Khalsa happens, what is the Sarbat Khalsa? Sarbat Khalsa is Sara Khalsa. The entire Khalsa, not just my Jathebandi, not just any of this. When we're looking at this, there's the Guru Khalsa Panth, and there's the Sarbat Khalsa. And when you're coming into this Gurdwara, and you're seeing the Guru, you're saying which Sangat? Har Prabh Vasai Jiyo. That Guru resides within the Guru Khalsa Panth. We're supposed to make ekta within the people who are not attached to the Guru yet. You're supposed to inspire those people. But what's happening when people come to this Gurdwara? I'm born and raised here in Calgary. I've seen it since I was a child. You come into this Gurdwara, but a lot of people say that Gurdwara jaan di ki lod utthe ta ladde rehnde ne. This is reality. You hear this. Okay, when the elections happen, we're not favoring any committee, we're not favoring anything. But when the election happens, those people that are attached to one committee, those people come to the Gurdwara. ਜਦੋਂ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਉਸ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਉਹ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ. So the half the ਸੰਗਤ comes, ਅਗਲੇ 2 ਸਾਲ other half, ਅੱਧੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਉਦੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ. When the committee goes, then the other ਸੰਗਤ comes. Then the committee goes, other ਸੰਗਤ. So there's no real ekta here either. Maharaj ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ, when this Gurdwara in 1989, when this was opened, who were the people that did ardas here? ਕਿਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕੀਤੀ? With those people's ਗੁਰਮੁਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ, with Guru Sahib's kirpa. When the Jathebandis were together, who was here? There was Baba Man Singh from Taksal. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕੀਤੀ. Bhai Sahib, Bhai Jeevan Singh from Akhand Kirtani Jatha. I'm saying this because we're sitting in this Gurdwara, in that very place where they stood and did ardas. Bhai Sahib, Bhai Jeevan Singh ji from Akhand Kirtani Jatha. There's Baba Nahal Singh from Tarna Dal. And there was Yogi Bhajan ji from 3HO. These Gurmukh Pyare, they came here and they did ardas. All Jathebandiyan were together. But why are today we've made further Jathebandiyan? Forget those Jathebandiyan. Those Jathebandiyan, like I said, 10, 15 years ago, if we were going to say something, we could say that there's 4 or 5 Jathebandiyan, Nanak Sar, Rada Sahib, that there's these Jathebandiyan. But today, we've divided ourselves on even more based on committee levels. Sadi committee, your committee. Your, sometimes, maaf karna, we say this, Sada Chadran di Seva wala group and Langar wala Seva group. My Seva group of doing Langar di Seva and your group. We're fighting over which Sevadar can touch which patila. This is I am il Gursikh, I am il tu mere guru ke pyare. And then when we go outside, Raj karega Khalsa. This is what we're saying. We're going outside and we're saying Raj karega Khalsa. This is how the Khalsa Panth is going to take over the world. But we can't even take over one patila. We can't even agree on one patila. We can't even agree on one mop. And how can we agree on what the Guru's message is? Well, how can we inspire those people? Because 2 brothers in one household, when there's one father, we're fighting each other. This is what Guru Maharaj is actually saying. They say, Jo disa Gursikhda, this niv lago pai jiyo. Akhan birtha ji ki, Gur sajjan de milai jiyo. That when I meet that Gursikh, this is Tan Tan Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. This is what that Gurmanti, that soul bride, that has those Guru's virtuous gun, those virtues inside of them herself, she should be saying this. She's looking at people, and when she sees a Gursikh, Jo disa Gursikhda, this niv lago Pai Jio. Niv niv meaning Niva, becoming the lowest low. I grab their feet and I touch their feet. I become the feet and I attach myself to those feet. Jo dise Gursikhs, this niv niv lagao Pai Jio. And what, not only can I fall at the feet, because what happens today, ਆਪਾਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਦੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ, ਉੱਪਰ ਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੱਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਪਵੇ. This is what we oversay over top, but what we should actually be saying, ਆਖਾਂ ਬਿਰਥਾਂ ਜੀ ਕੀ, not just ਤੇਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਕੀ ਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਕੀ ਆ, ਚਲੋ ਤੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਾਹ ਚੱਲ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਾਹ ਚੱਲਦਾ, ਤੂੰ ਉੱਧਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਬੈਠ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਬਹਿਨਾ. This is not how it should be. It shouldn't be because तू यूथ है तू उधर जाके बैठ जा, तू बुजुर्ग है तू अपना कमरा ले जा, तू बीबियाँ हैं तू अपना कमरा ले ला, तू बच्चे हैं तुसी गैलरी च चल जाओ. This is how it should be. I see it here when we're kids, because we can't sit together, and why can't we do Simran? Forgive me for saying this, but when we're doing Simran, बीबियाँ दा Simran, बंदियाँ दा Simran, बच्चियाँ दा Simran, बुजुर्गां दा Simran, बोलना तो Simran ही हुंदा. We're going to be doing Simran, aren't we? We're going to be connecting to the one Guru. What is Ekta? Ek Oankar. From that one hond we all came out. Manas ki jaat sab hai, ek hai pehchanabo. From that same light we came out. Ek noor te sab jag upjaya. Kaun phale ko mande. Who's bad and who's good? Because that same light resides within each and every single one of us. So when we're here and we're doing this vidkara, jo disa Gursikhs tas niv niv lagon pae jiyo आँखां बिरथा जी की गुर सज्जन देह मिलाए जियो. I shouldn't be saying over top ऊपर दियां गल्लां नहीं. आँखां बिरथा केड़ी गल कही है? जी की, जेड़ी अपने जी दी गल, डूंगी गल, with the things that we can't tell anybody, things that we're struggling. If we're having depression, we can't come to the Gurdwara and grab any person. They say, Bhai Sahab, I'm going through depression. We can't grab anybody, and we can't say that my husband is beating me at home. You can't grab anybody here saying I'm being bullied at school. You can't, because that you know you're going to be judged. I talk to my sisters in the Sangat here. I speak to them and they say, I never want to go and sit in a Sunday Diwan in our Gurdwara. Why? Because I know that I get judged. Mere piche peth de piche gallan hundiyan by who? Maaf karna, by our own auntiyan. This is the reality. I can't come and I can't say anything to my uncles, because I know if I say something to any auntie or any uncle, the entire city is going to find out about it. Aakhan birtha ji ki. Why? What should I say? I should be able to share everything. And what are they going to do? What are those Gurmukh Pyare going to do? They're not going to attach themselves to you. They're not going to break you. They're not going to put you in further divide. They're not going to say, just stay away from those people, hate those people. You should come in or join our group. That's not what they're going to say. They're going to say, Gur Sajjan Deh Milai Jiyo. They're going to attach you to that one Guru. Those are the type of people. Aap japay, avra naam japave. Jan Nanak Tood Manga Tis Gursikh ki. Jo aap japay, avra naam japave. That Gursikh, this is what we should be inspiring to be. This is what Maharaj is saying, I am il Gursikh. I am il. Tu mere Guru ke pyare. When Bhai Sahib, Bhai Randir Singh, Bhai Mardana ji, when they're crying at Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they're the first person. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji is sitting on a takht, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji is sitting anywhere, Bhai Mardana ji would go sit on, unhone jaake thalle behna. And what did Guru Nanak Dev Ji do? He would grab Bhai Mardana ji, tu mere naal ithe naal hi baith, kyunki tu mere hirde nu pa ke tu mera bhai hai, apne vich koi fark nahi. If Bhai Mardana ji, and he's from a Muslim background, ekta ta ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਵੰਡ ਗਏ. Bhai Mardana ji is sitting beside him on the same sofa, on the same takht as Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and they're laughing, they're joking. There's no difference between that. And when Bhai Mardana ji, when they knew Brahm Gyan Avastha, when they knew that Guru Nanak Dev Ji ne apna sarirak roop tyag dena, when they knew, they say, Maharaj, I can't live without you. I won't be able to. This is the pyar between Gursikhs. I can't live without you. There's absolutely no way that I can see you going, Jis pyare se une ho, tis aage mar chali hai. Trig jivan sansar, takhe pacha jivana. Trig jivan, that living without our beloved, it's like living in nark, it's like living in chaos. It's worthless living without our Guru, without that beloved. These are the words of Guru Angad Dev Ji, which I said after Guru Nanak Dev Ji passed away as well. But what did Bhai Mardana Ji, they, with that same bhavna, they're sitting there and they say, Maharaj, that I can't go. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they them with their own hands, they did the sanskar of Bhai Mardana Ji. This is how much love there was between Gursikhs. If you look at Sai Mia Mir and Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, ki ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ? Was there no love between that? Even though Sai Mia Mir, They weren't under the same jathebandi. They weren't under that same vichartara. They didn't follow those same things, but they said, I love you so much, I'm going to build the internal home. मैं हरी दा मंदिर बनाने लगा कि तू मैं तेनू देना है. This first brick तू रखनी है. You're going to put this first brick there because this is how much respect. If you have Guru Hargobind Maharaj, they built a mosque. उन्होंने मस्जिद बनाई, mosque बनाई किना वास्ते, इस्लाम वास्ते कि तुसी रब अकाल पुरख नाल जुड़ना, तुसी जाओ जुड़ो. Because if somebody is oppressing you, I'm going to take out my resources. And if you look at Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj, it's truth. ਜਦੋਂ Guru Nanak Dev Ji ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਜਨੇਊ ਪਾਓ, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, I'm not going to wear it, meaning that they didn't follow those beliefs. We don't believe in the ਜਨੇਊ. ਇਹੋ ਜਨੇਊ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਹਾਈ ਤੇ ਪਾਂਡੇ ਘੱਤ ਨਾ ਮਨ ਲੱਗਾ. Now this is what Maharaj is saying, that the true jneu wear this. We don't wear a jneu, we wear this gatra. This is what the philosophy of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. But Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj, when time came, when the Kashmiri Pandits, they were being oppressed, what did Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj say? They say, we don't believe in what you believe. We don't. Because we believe in the philosophy of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. We don't believe in murti puja, but you still have the right to believe in whatever you want to believe. And because you have that right, I'm going to fight, I'm going to sacrifice myself for your right to believe in whatever you want to believe. We say this, ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਦੇਗ ਤੇਗ ਫਤਿਹ, ਪੰਥ ਕੀ ਜੀਤ, ਰਾਜ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ. We say it all the time, but what's happening? We're saying deg. Deg da ki matlab khana. We get deg, we get prashad. Teg da ki matlab, teg meaning kirpan, we mean tegga, meaning sword, meaning righteousness, meaning dharm. Fateh, this is the Fateh. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. This is the Khalsa's Fateh. When we meet somebody, Aage Aavad Singh Jo Pave, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh Bulave. You see with that within the Khalsa Panth, so IML, Gursikh IML, you can get together and you can pursue this true mission. This is your true objective, to connect with Guru. Akal Purkh na milna. Khalsa Panth de vich, within this world you have Deg Teg Fateh, not to fight within yourselves, Guru ke pyareo. Not to fight within yourselves. Not to fight within just because you wear a different type of dastar that I don't like you. We based our Sharda, we based our Sikhi, we based our Guru based on what somebody is wearing on their legs. Just because of that, we've broken ourselves. But in this Gurdwara, we're supposed to come here, we're supposed to tie the stars on new people. We're supposed to tie the star. We're supposed to put that crown on people. Sahib nitane ka taan. You grab the people, they say, Nasro Mansoor Guru Gobind Singh, that Guru Gobind Singh Ji, within the Guru Khalsa Panth, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj says that my body resides within the Guru Khalsa Panth. And if Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is Nasro Mansoor Guru Gobind Singh, the helper of the helpless, the supporter of the people that have no support. So the people that have no support, when they come into this Guru's house, Sahib Nitanya ka taan. That person that has no place, he puts them on a throne. What happens? People come here to tie the stars. But what's happening today is people come here to tie the stars, but we take off the stars. Loki ਇੱਥੇ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਬੰਨਣ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਦਸਤਾਰਾਂ ਲੱਥਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. This is what's happening. This is what the reality. People come here to grab that, have that image of Guru Khalsa Panth. Jo disai Gursikhda. This niv lago pae jiyo, because if you see the Akal Purkh, this is what the reality is. Appa matha ka to tekde ha, to teach ourselves humility, to teach ourselves appa cease. This is the same concept that we've been taking on for the last few weeks. Man ki mat tyago harjan eha baat kathani. Andin har naam tyavo gur satgur ki mat leni. You matha take, you give your cease to the Guru, you give up your ego, you give up your home, so then you have nothing left in yourselves. And when you meet Gursikhs, why shouldn't you hug them? Maharaj says, Avo pehne gal mile ank se hi ladiyan. They never said pehno to see aapas vich, don't talk behind each other's backs. When a parent is coming into this Gurdwara, why should she go into depression because she knows some auntie, some panji, some daughter, so they're going to be talking behind somebody's back? Why should they know that? They should come here, they should be welcomed, they should be uplifted. That when I went into that darbar, what is a darbar like? So dar tera keha, so kar keha, jitbeh sar smale, vaje tere naad anek asanka, kete tere gavan hare. What's happening in this darbar? There's kirtan happening. This Guru Maharaj's Swarup, this Sat Sangat. The Sat Sangat is here. And what is happening in Sachkhand? According to Maharaj, they're saying there's many people singing kirtan there. This place is a replica of what Sachkhand is like. You should be experiencing Sachkhand, not having the dastar taken off, not being talked behind your back. You should be coming to this house so you can uplift your mind, go into the state of Sachkhand. And when you walk out, you live your life according to that state of mind of Sachkhand. Whenever you meet a Gursikh, why not hug them? Who cares if they're a different jathebandi? Who cares if they're having a different type of dastar? Who cares if they have a dastar or they don't have a dastar? It should be who cares if they even follow Muhammad? Who cares if they even follow Christ? Because you're going to meet that person. Manas ki jaat sabba ek hai pehchanabo. You're going to meet that person. You're going to hug that person. Because within that person, you're going to see Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. This is what Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, this is what they were doing. When the Mughals in the army, when they're fighting them, what was happening? When they were fighting them, obviously they didn't follow Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. They were followers of Aurangzeb. But what did Bhai Kanhaiya Ji do? They say, Maharaj, I couldn't see any difference between you and I couldn't see any difference between them. Wherever I looked, it was you. Gure dikhayo loina, itte utte kat 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 kat, tu hi mohina. And this is very simple. When we say, tu karta, tu hua, mujh mein raha na hu. Because of this own ego, meri jathebandi, mera tada, my philosophy, this, if we don't get rid of this ourselves, if the time of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, there was Misla were split, Misla Aiyan, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, they grabbed everybody and they brought ekta, they brought all the Mislan together, and within a little while, there was Khalsa Raj right away. But as time went on, when there was split, when the British invaded, what did they do? What did Maharaj do? What did the people do? They understood our Granth better than we did. Because in Gurbani it says, Hoye kattar milo mere pai, dubda dur karo livlai. Hoye kattar milo mere pai. Je tusi eh dubda dur karni hai, ikattar hoke karni paini hai. Jadon ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਪੜਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਲਿਖਿਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਤਰ ਹੋਣ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਾ, ਇਹ ਦੁਬਦਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਪਏ ਰਹਿਣ. When if they don't get together, they're going to stay in dubda, they're going to stay split. This is the reality. This is because we haven't. And when you get together, dubda dur karo, live lie. Only then can you connect with the Akal Purkh if you don't see any difference. Tu karta, tu hua, mujh mein rah hu, jab appa parka. This wall of falsehood, this wall of ego, jab appa parka mit gaya, jat dekha, tat tu. I don't see any difference. Wherever I look, there is you. So let's take this. Let's sing this. For in 2 minutes, let's sing it as a shabad. Aaye mil Gursikh, aaye mil, tu mere Guru ke pyare. Aaye mil Gursikh, aaye mil Gursikh, aaye mil, tu mere Guru ke pyare. Tu mere Guru ke pyare. This is what we should be having in our heart when we meet a Gursikh. When you meet a Gursikh, tears should be flowing from your eyes because you're meeting the Guru. Why shouldn't you go? Why shouldn't you grab their feet? Why shouldn't you hug them like you meeting Guru Gobind Singh Ji themselves? Because Bhai Kanhaiya Ji was saying, and this is the philosophy, this is the teaching we want to bring inside of our life. Guru Pyaro, let's not divide ourselves. Let's become brothers and sisters. Let's all get together so we can get rid of this dubda, so we can bring upon this ekta, this true love, and spread this fragrance of love. So while speaking, while talking, I've made many mistakes. Vichara kardiyan, ek nahi, aneka hi bhulna chukka ho gaya ne. Aap ji anjaan bachcha samjh ke maaf kar dena ji. Je koi gurmat to bari gal keh gayi hove, aap ji asees bakshan ji, maafi bakshna ji. सारी संगत गज वज के कलगीधर पातशाह जी दी बख्शी होए फतेह बुलाओ जी. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
Vaheguru